recently, I've been looking at the movie Casablanca, and I've seen it maybe about 20 times, maybe more. And that is one of my favorite movies, if not the favorite movie. And there's a character in there named Sam, who is under the system of white supremacy, obviously, very docile, very obedient, very loyal to what you might say is his master, played by the character Humphrey Bogart, and he depicts a character in Morocco, Rick Blaine, who owns a restaurant, but that's not the thing that I point to in the movie as the biggest lesson. That lesson almost goes without saying. There are many other lessons in that movie, and I kind of like that movie, and I say it's my favorite movie because the United Independent concept is expressed in that character, a white man, Rick Blaine, in the movie Casablanca. That's the essence of the United Independent concept. A person who is acting each and every day, a very flawed person like we all are, but he's acting and doing the best that he can under conditions that are very, very trying almost every other minute. He's trying to run a restaurant where he has to deal with all kinds of people who are pouring into Casablanca, which is in Morocco, from all over the world during World War II, fleeing some type of oppression. People from Bulgaria, people from southern France, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And everybody coming in with some type of intrigue about them. So everybody that he talks to has some type of game that they're running.
Okay.
And he has to deal with it moment by moment. In fact, the opening scene in that movie, Casablanca, is something probably a lot of people didn't notice. When I say opening scene, I mean the opening scene where they first show the character Rick Blaine, played by Humphrey Bogart. When they first show him, he's doing what? He's playing chess. And he's playing chess by himself, meaning he's making all of the moves. When you're playing chess or checkers, you are not only making the moves that you're making, but you're also making the moves that your opponent would be making. So you're learning all of that in advance. Now, that's depicted in the movie. I don't think the average person would even pay attention to it. But this is a good way to get what you might call educated through entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at the movie Casablanca and study all of the characters. Senior Lugatti, a person who killed 2 German couriers, allegedly, and took letters of transit off of them that are very valuable because these letters of transit would allow a person to get out of Casablanca and go to other parts of the world. But somebody killed these 2 German couriers who were carrying the letters, and they wound up in the hands of a character named Senior Lugatti. But Senior Lugatti didn't want to hold the letters, so he brought them to Rick Blaine to hold for a few hours so that he wouldn't be caught with them. Now, here he is. He's going to give it to somebody else so that if someone were looking for the letters and they happen to be in that Rick Blaine's restaurant, they might just come after Rick Blaine and he would be caught with the letters, not Senior Lugatti. So the point that I'm making is the person who ran the restaurant had to deal with every type of character that you can name. Everybody who approached him had some type of problem that they wanted solved, and many times they were willing to make a problem for him in solving their problem. And that is the case of many of us as black people each and every day. Everybody we interact with, including other black people, they come to us, with one thing, but it's going to lead to something else, it's going to lead to something else, it's going to lead to something else, and all of it is ugly. But you have to contend with it. And at the same time, keep your major goal in mind. In the case of Rick Blaine, his major goal really was to defeat the Nazis. But he had very little leeway for doing that, and everything coming at him. but he took advantage of each and every opportunity to do the best that he could, even though he himself had tremendous flaws. For one thing, he was a drinker. I mean, he drank and drank and drank, and a chain smoker.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And he was aware of these frailties of himself. So that's something that black people can learn from. Edutainment. You can learn from your own weaknesses. You know that when you have weaknesses, you have them. And he also had a weakness for a lady. All right? And he made a decision at the end of the movie. We got a greater cause. He told the lady that. Said, we like each other, and you could be with me and all like that, but it wouldn't really work out.